my brother walked in. Like every time I start to record, it seems like someone walks in. But so this is a I've taught this at university. This is a lesson plan that I've put together to teach people. I've also played in a lot of bands. I've been on labels, and I've talent scouted. So I have authority on this. Um, when I critique bands, they usually don't take it very well these days. They will try and bring you down rather than take the criticism. Anyway, I'm going to give myself a tattoo while I talk to you guys because I've got to kill two birds with one stone, like give myself a tattoo and talk to you guys. My ADHD is satisfied then. So basically, the first rule is: are you in a band that is not flogging a dead horse? Are you in a band or a group or doing rap, whatever, that is original? Are you reinventing a sound? Are you at the end of this is paramount. This is number one, I've seen so many bands, people that have started bands, we're going to start this cool indie band and we're going to see how far it goes. It's like, well, that genre died out 5 years ago. What are you going to do to it to bring it back in? It's very fickle. There's that other thing where that happens a lot is like a really cool band comes out, and over the next year or two, there will be clone bands with the exact same sound coming out over and over again. They haven't made a new sound in this genre. They're pretty much copying it. This happened with Paramore. And I was personally in a band that was like Paramore for a couple of months, but you could tell it wasn't going to go anywhere. Well, not huge, because of it was a clone sound. It was if you heard them on the radio, the first thing you think of is Paramore. You don't think of the band that's actually singing, and then you forget about that band and start thinking of Paramore and all that sort of stuff. So it's very important that you have a sound that's unique. You have to be unique. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You go, well, what about if I have a jazz band? Well, do something that makes it unique. Like, I don't know, have a duck as a front man. I don't know. But it has to be something that is unique. It is the number one thing. I can't stress that enough. Like if you have a band right now and you need to know if it's unique, send it to me. And I will check to see if it's unique or not. And I'll let you know what you could do maybe to make the sound a bit more unique. Like there's a lot you can do. You don't have to be in a pop punk band, which is dead. Pop punk is dead. Unless you do something to pop punk that makes it unique. And that's the number one rule. Be unique. After that, you want to make sure you're in a band full of people that you can trust. So it's a huge thing that when you join a band, there'll be people in your band that will think they can do everything better than you can. Music is full of narcissists. It's full of people that have bigger heads than you do. You might have the big head in the band, but whatever. People will think that they can do your job 100 times better, and we'll try and question things. And you have to have a stable band or a stable group. It becomes easy if you're a solo performer because you don't have that conflict. In all bands, there will be some conflict, and you need to, as quick as possible, sort out any conflicts that are happening. The best way I can say to do that is not let anyone in the band manage. From the get-go, have a manager. This could be a friend, and they are the manager. They are the word. They don't play in the band, but they are an authority to help the band out, and they're there from the beginning. They can be just a mate, some bloke down the street, just anybody that can help you guys sort out arguments, because that will be a big jealousy thing and a big crazy thing that will keep popping up over and over again. People inside your band who think they can know everything and want to do everything and push you to the side, and people will get hurt, and they will think that they can do better and you can do better, and it's bad. So always start off with a manager. It doesn't matter if they don't know how to manage. Find someone that wants to help you out. It can be anybody. It can be grandma. All right. So that's number 2. And then after that, you can find a better manager. Down the line, there'll be some bloke. We had a big manager try and take on one of my bands, but we'll talk about that a bit more. My tattoo gun's not being good. It's not a good tattoo gun. Number 3 is be willing to let go of your music when a label comes along, because this is something that happened with me. We're in a really good band, things are going well, and a manager came along and was like, all right, I'm going to take care of all this. And because we'd spent two or 3 years pushing our band and self-promoting, my singer and the person who wrote all the songs couldn't let go of it. It was like, no, I want to do this and this and this. And the manager was like, well, this manager's from a major label, and decided she couldn't do anything with it because we weren't letting another person in. So make sure you can let somebody in when they want to come in, and you could shoot yourself in the foot with that. I've seen it. I've been in it. So make yourself available for people to come in and actually take a role, have a role. You've already got a manager that's in there doing a role, and someone can just switch over that's professional at it. It's awesome. It's a really good position to be in. Something that I had massive problems with this. One thing I want you guys to familiar yourself with is press packs. So this is a way that people in the industry communicate with each other with bands, is through press packs. Every time you want to show your band to somebody, you only want to have 1 to 3 songs on a, say, USB drive or digitally. There's a digital platform that you can put your music up. You want to show them your best song. You want to write about the band and all the cool things they've done, their best photo. Maybe you're getting old and you don't want to show your face because then have cartoon characters. You can make it at any age these days if you understand that you're getting grey, then start making cartoon characters. Blur your face. I don't know. Just it's all about how people perceive you, not when you hear a song for the first time, you don't go, oh, are these guys 30 years old? I'm not going to listen to them. No, you can work around it. But anyway, press packs. Make sure you've got your press pack. I want you go look this up and what you need to add to your press pack. Have a digital press pack. You can have a physical press pack too that you can give to people when you're out and about. It's less likely these days, but mostly digital press packs. You want to have a really good photo of the band and really explain where you're heading and why your sound is unique. They don't want to hear things like, we sound like Paramore, because all of a sudden it's gone. That's the 50,000th band that sound like Paramore. Be unique. Be unique in your press pack as well. I've seen people put press packs in balloons and send them around, crazy. Press packs. Get down with it. Know all about press packs. Okay, that's that part. Getting tired in the band, you're going to be on the road a lot with the people that you make music with. So you're going to have to get along with those people. And you're going to have to make sure that the music you're playing, you're going to want to play for the next 10 years over and over again. Watch other bandmates, because there will be bandmates that will think that they know more about your music and will try and kick you out and try and, terrible things. That's why you need a manager straight away. What's next? In the industry, there are going to be people that take advantage of you. I don't mean sexually. That can happen. I mean, they see you as a money-making asset, and they'll do things like, well, we're pre-booking this place. I want you guys to go out and pre-sell tickets. You know, like you have to sell 15 tickets each, and then you'll be good to play at this place. Don't play at places like that. You know, if you have to pre-sell tickets and you have to self-promote like that, you know, like there is self-promotion, but not on the level that these guys do. They will. It's unreal. They'll like get you to go out and sell tickets for them, and they'll call you and harass you every second day, like, how many tickets have you sold? Okay, you've only sold that many. Well, you know, maybe if you sell a few more, then those people do not have your interest in heart, and you know, it's they're making money out of you. Don't ever play in places like that. It's scamish, and you'll get nothing out of it. You will get absolutely nothing out of it. They won't promote you in the future. They won't, you know. I've won Battle of the Bands that do that sort of thing, where you have to sell the amount of tickets and all that sort of stuff. It's not worth it. It's definitely not worth it. Another thing. After that, so you'll want to go and record an EP. You want 3 to 4 songs that are your best songs that you will go and record. Don't record too many to begin with, because you'll head to the studio, and if you've got like 10 songs you want to record, your best songs will lack. You know, you won't have enough time to invest in the songs that are going to get out and be amazing and push you. 3 songs. Go there with that in your mind. You might get a 4th in, but you want these 3 songs to represent you the most. And a label isn't going to sit around and listen to 10 songs of yours. A radio station is not going to sit around and listen to 10 songs of yours. They're only going to listen to 1. And that first song will mean if they listen to your second one or not. So your best song is your one song, you know, that is your foot forward, that you're going to polish at the studio, that if it doesn't come out right, you're going to re-record it. You're going to make sure that the sound that comes out is what you are after and will represent you. I can't stress that enough. You know, like people go in sometimes with like, you know, 15 songs and they're going to record it. No, we want everyone to listen to 15 songs. No one's going to listen to 15 songs. No one in their right mind listens to 15 songs. It's unreal, like how many people do that. Or, you know, like you'll be like sitting around and so we'll go, hey, can you listen to my band? And they'll send you 10 songs. 10. You're like, hey, you haven't chosen 2 songs out of that 10 that are your best songs. That's what you're putting on your digital press pack, those 2 best songs. And, or, you know, like, blows my mind, you know. Put your best foot forward, your best song. Make that your top of your press pack, and you're pushing it. When you go to the studio, you're gonna make this song polished, and you're going, and everyone knows this, you know, like everyone in the band knows that that's the song, and we've got to figure out how we can make it even better. After that, and that's another thing. If you're in a band and you don't know which song is your best song, send it to me. I'll tell you again. You know, like I will listen to your 10 songs and I'll tell you which one of your 10 songs is the best. After that, when you're in the studio, listen to the recording guys. They've been doing this for years, longer than you. Listen to them. You might have ideas, but they've got great ideas too. They're producers. They're there for a reason. They are there to help you get a better sound. When you're in the studio recording, listen to the audio engineer. He'll know, or she, or whatever. listen to them. This thing is driving me crazy how it's not working. You can say no to some ideas that they've got, but they'll have your best interest at heart. They're not doing these things to destroy your music or to self promote. They're getting paid already through you guys. You're already doing it, and it'll be that one song that's a freaking amazing song. I can't believe they're recording it. Yeah. So after that, you've listened to the audio engineer. You've recorded your best song, and two to complement it. You've put it in a digital press pack, and you've made other press packs to show people. You're then going to send that off to a masterer, so a guy that's going to polish it up even more. They master it. They bring it all together like a big sandwich, squish it together, and this person will squish them together and make it sound even better. And then you will have your digital press back with your single that's really good. And now you want to start looking for labels. Now, sometimes you don't need a label. Labels are there to help promote you and to get you bigger. You won't need a label straight away. You can do most of this by yourself. You send your press packs to radio stations and send it as professional as possible, and they will listen to it and they will, let you know if they will play you or not. In Australia, there are places you can send your press pack to that will automatically distribute it to like 500 radio stations. You can look that up. You can do that part yourself. You really will only need a label if you can't really figure all that stuff out yourself. And there are labels out there that will take money, like you pay them $2,000 and they'll do all that stuff for you. They'll distribute your music, talk to radio stations for you. There's one called the A&R department, which you can look up, which will do all that stuff for you. They will take your music and they will give you different packages on what they feel like your music might need. So, like, I want to have my music played in Triple J, blah, blah, blah. Then they will tailor a package for you. They'll go in and talk to you. This is a label like that is really good stepping stone up to higher and higher places. You still have control of your music, and when things get bigger and better, you're not signed to anyone, and you can step up, and you already know what it's like to be in a label, but you paid for that. You haven't, this thing's driving me crazy. It's not even working, is it? So it's always good to have artistic direction known in your band from the get-go or in rap, and fashion, how your fashion's going to go, and you want it unique to yourself. I know the White Stripes had red and white as their colors. The second and white was their thing, and it was a color scheme they had, and they had a style that they were going to have, and they tried to make it all as unique as possible, and it's a beautiful thing to do. Can't stress that enough. What else? There are going to be fake labels out there. Labels that will just say they'll promote you and do all this stuff, all this money, but they won't really focus on you. They take your money and not do much for you. You've got to make sure you're. I know A&R's good. They will take your money and they will do the right thing by you. But there are places out there that will just do PR or something. We'll just. But they do the exact same thing you can do at home. It's just no point. What else do I want to talk about? I would suggest getting going out a lot and talking to a lot of people, not about your music, it's a good idea to just get in the know. You know, like go out, start talking to other bands, um, become a face in around. You know, like um, every time there's a new band playing, you're gonna go watch them and get down with them and chat with them and make friends with their friends. Just be well known in the industry. You know, like oh, this guy's always showing up to these things. He's a nice dude, and he's always helping out. And it's a very good way of getting more fans or getting shows through these people. It's really good. What else do I want to talk about? Maybe you're not the person who can do that, but there might be someone in your band that will be able to go out all the time and chat to other bandmates and band people and make friends with them and rub shoulders and uh, you know help out other people. And you scratch their back, they'll scratch yours. There's another thing in music that you might not know. Money talks. There's a lot of things with you see a lot of bands that make it into magazines a lot. They're always in magazines. That's because they paid for that. And it doesn't cost that much. Maybe like you can get like an interview in a local magazine for like $300. There's Beat magazine in Australia. If you pay like $300, they'll put a package together. They'll be like, oh, we'll do an interview with you and put in a thing in this magazine for you, like a quarter of a thing and an interview. I'm like, all right, cool. It's always important when you're about to release a song to do that, is to pay for some advertisement, and then they'll definitely listen to your music. Money talks, you know, like it's going to be an expensive pursuit. You're going to all have to have money getting chucked into this. This always happens in a lot of bands. Like, you've got to make sure everyone's chucking in money all the time in your band. If everyone chucks in like $50 a fortnight, it will mean that you've always got things that you can do. Like you can advertise this week. You can buy views on YouTube, by the way. Like buying views on YouTube is very important. I know it doesn't sound like it's real and it shouldn't happen, but buying views will get you places. You can buy 25,000 views for $50 online, and faking it till you make it online is a very real thing. I'd suggest doing it. What else? Money talks. Always use money as a bargaining tool with all magazines, with all, they won't do a lot of things for free. And if you guys have no money, you're going to have to get a part-time job. Unless you're playing that many shows that you're making the money that you can start paying for this stuff, you're going to have to get a part-time job. And I would suggest getting everyone to chuck in a bit of money every fortnight. I was doing things in one band and paying for everything myself, and no one else would chuck money in for it. And that was ridiculous because, and every time you'd be like, you guys want to chuck in some money if we do this? Yeah. And then when it came to collecting money, they just weren't there. That's why it's like probably better off if everyone just chucks in money every fortnight. Like that is, you're in the band. Well, it costs you $20 a fortnight to be in the band. Fair enough. That money can go to great places like t-shirts. T-shirts are great. T-shirts are a great thing in a band. Merchandise. When it comes to making money in your band, try and give your music away as free as possible, but make your money with merchandise. So t-shirts, you can go to like Kmart and buy a t-shirt for like $4. Screen print the slight thing on there that makes it yours, like your name or whatever, with any type of screen printing, and sell that for $15-$20. You know, and it's a really good way of making money is through merchandise. When it comes to your music, you're going to try and give it away as much as possible on every platform, in every way possible. Give away codes, give away free this, free that. It will make things like the music is where you're trying to trap them, and then merchandise is where you get them with the money. Another thing is, every time you do put out a single, make it like the biggest thing possible. You know, like give away free tickets and free T-shirts, and this is going to be the premiere, and there's going to be free cake, and we've hired the best place for it, and we're going to give away 30 free drinks, and the best dressed person is going to get an award, and all that sort of stuff. They make it this great event, and it sounds like a great place to be on a Friday night. Like it will draw in all the people. Like it'll be amazing. I want to be there. No, I want to be there. And you make it like sound bigger and better than it is. And you print tickets for, even if it's a free show, print tickets for it. And it'll be like free ticket, free entry, give them out. That works a treat. We played to 500 people that we did that with. Gave out free tickets. They were giving out, like, handing these tickets at the door, but it was a free show. It was pretty good. What else do I want to talk about? Money talks, yeah. Free tickets, yeah, that's pretty good. Every time you play a show, play it like it's your final show. Like put a lot of effort into it. Dress up the stage, do things that other people wouldn't do. Not like me. Like when I was playing in my punk band, I would roll all around on the stage and be an idiot, and that's probably not the way to go. I was going to tattoo myself, but this gun is dead. I need to buy a new gun. Anyway, guys, that's a lot of info. So press packs, money talks. Make sure you're in the right band. Make sure that the people that you're with aren't going to kick everyone out. I was in a band where a guy joined, and he said that he was going to be the manager of the band, and every month he would kick someone new out of the band until there was no one left but him. Like, all right, cool. So no one's good enough in the band but him. All right, bye. Yeah, make sure that you're solid together. You're good mates. It's a working environment. You're gonna spend a lot of time together. You're gonna be touring up and down the coast. You're gonna make sure that you guys get along. Money talks, and make friends with everybody. Go out on the weekend, even if you're not playing, and make friends with everyone that are at shows. Like, hey, oh, how'd you do this and that? Hey, I'll buy you a drink. You're an awesome dude. All that stuff. People like attention, and they'll scrub your back if you scrub theirs. When it comes to getting played on radio, a lot of places will have digital drop boxes now that you can send it to, or physical, sometimes still, that you can send it to. I know Triple J in Australia have Unearth that you send it to, which is a digital platform. But you can privately message some of the presenters and say, hey, guys, can you, like, review my music? 90% of the time they won't. Sometimes they will. But sometimes in music, it is all about image, like it's about being cool and being the most cutting edge you can be, I'd say, like, keep researching that, but don't lose sight of your own music, like you don't want to copy other people too much, but you do want to be relevant. So there is that juggling of keeping an eye on your own music and trying not to care too much about what other people are doing. I know that happened with AC/DC, like when their music went out of fashion for a bit and then it came back into fashion, because rock and roll is like that. It has some music has a timeless sound that will keep coming back and forth. There are others that won't, like pop punk. That's not coming back, and you'd be flogging a dead horse if you just kept on trying to do that. Yeah, I hope somewhere in there you got some cool ideas, and I think that's the point. Is not like there might be some things that you go, yeah, but I'm hoping some of the stuff in there that it will, like, hit home, and hopefully next time I talk to you, I've either bought a new gun or I've got this one working. Send me stuff if you need to, and I'll answer any questions. Get a fashion designer, get them to dress you. You can go to different schools that are doing fashion design and ask them as a project, and they will do it. Yeah, much love, guys. It's half an hour for free from this guy. I won that once. Playing music. Oh, I'm going to give you some advice if you win this competition. What a waste of time that was. Anyway, much love, guys. I'm going to try and fix this thing. Meow. End. End. Where are you, End?